In today's video, I'm going to be giving you a full beginner's guide to using Calendly. Now, Calendly is a software which allows you to set up scheduling for meetings essentially, and it's such a great tool to use. So let's get right into it. The first thing you want to do is go ahead onto the Calendly website and you need to sign up for an account. I've already signed up for an account here, so I'm ready to go. Once you do that, let's go over to the My Account section, which is basically your dashboard, and I'll show you what to do from there. So first things first, you'll see you have your event types here, and these are basically the different events that you have created in the past. Now we can go over here and press the new event type button, and this here is going to allow you to decide what type of event you want. So you've got one-to-one, which is like for coffee chats or interviews. You have groups, so this is for webinars, online classes, where one person hosts and the rest just watch. You have collectives, so this is when you have like an interview, a panel interview, or group sales, for example. This basically means you'll have multiple hosts and one person watching. And lastly, you've got this one called a round robin, which is basically it's just one rotating host with one invitee. So this is good for distributing incoming sales leads. So you pick the one you want to. A lot of people are just going to go for like a one-to-one meeting. This is good for stuff like interviews, mentorships, that kind of thing. So over here you want to select your event name. You can call it anything you want to. I'll just say test event. And next you want to select your duration. So how long do you want this meeting to last for? You can do any time that you want to really. After that we've got the location section. So is it going to be on Zoom? Is it going to be on a phone call? Is it going to be in person? You've got a ton of different options here. You can pick Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, all those ones there. For the sake of this, I'm going to select Zoom, and I've already got my Zoom connected up, so it will automatically connect. Now, if you don't, then I'm going to show you how to integrate your Zoom in a second. You can also offer choices to people as well, so we could say Google Meet as well, and have that as an option too. So next we want to press continue, and that'll take us to the next page. So the event is actually ready to be scheduled, but over here we can change a few more settings of it. So we've got the host and invitees. So over here we can allow invites to add guests. We can change our scheduling settings. So this means how many days into the future can it be scheduled. So this, for example, would be 60 days, which means 60 days into the future people can be scheduling it. And you can see the cutoff is around the middle of July, so 2 months from now. You can select within a date range, or you can say indefinitely into the future. That means they can do it whenever. It's good to set a sort of date range, especially if you're doing something like leads. You want to do it in the next sort of 7 days so you can keep them warm. You've got available hours, so you can either create a schedule here, or you can create a custom one inside of here. So the available hours is the hours that you are able to do this type of meeting. So we can do by weekly hours. So we can select Mondays, we can select for this event only, and then we can go ahead and select which days we want it on. So let's say we want it only on a Monday. We can deselect the rest, and then we can select the time frame that we want it for. So we can say 9 till 5, or we can say 9 till 10 p.m, whatever we want. And we can also add another section here if we want to have a 1 hour break. So we could do 9 till say 11:30, and then we could do 12 till let's say 12 till 6. That way we can have like a half an hour break in between, and that will mean basically when someone clicks on it they won't be able to book that time slot in the middle here. We can go ahead and just save that, and then they should be able to go back here. We've got stuff like the buffer time. So this is the amount of time needed before and after the event. So if you've got back-to-back calls, for example, you might want to add like a 10-minute buffer, 5-10 minute buffer, just so that if it overruns by 5 or 10 minutes, then that's not a problem, or if they're late or something like that, it doesn't matter. So you can go ahead and do that. Next is the minimum notice. This is how many hours before the time someone can schedule. If you put 1 hour, it means 1 hour before the time someone can schedule a call. And it's probably good to have this at 4 hours just in case you're not around or something like that. They've got the daily limit, so the maximum events per day allowed. You can set that if you'd like to. You've got the time zone display, so use invitees. This basically means that it will be shown in their time zone, which is pretty useful. There's also a selector down here so they can change the time zone if they want to. Next we have the start time increments. So this is which increments they're available. So we can do it every 10 minutes, every 15 minutes, every half an hour. It's really up to you. Every 15 minutes is pretty good. Add some flexibility there. So we can go ahead and save that. That's the scheduling settings done. Now we have the booking page options. So we can actually ask our invitees some questions. This is good for qualifying them before a call. So what we could say is add new question. What is your monthly revenue? Oops. What's your monthly revenue required? And then we could have like a radio buttons. We could say 0 to 10k, 11k to 30k. Oh, that's 39. Or I'll just say okay, 40k to 100k. You can just select it here. I don't know why I've done 9s, but yeah, you can just select like different questions here, and you can have some answers here. And we can have another one here as well. We can press done, and basically when someone tries to book a call, they'll have to answer these questions here. We can also collect payment on this, so maybe we have like a £5 or £10 amount that they have to pay to actually book a call. A lot of companies do this so that they get rid of people who are not serious. You can display the confirmation page on Calendly, or you can redirect them to a page of your own if you've got a website or something, but for that you're going to have to pay for the Calendly Pro plan. We can go ahead and save and close that. And then next up we have communications here. So we can select how they get sent, basically invitation, so they can get it sent via email. We can select email reminders, we can turn it on, and this basically means like 24 hours before the call they'll get an email, and we can also set another one like 5 hours before the call they'll get an email saying that, just to keep them alert. And this is a really good thing to do so people don't miss your calls. You can also do this with text reminders as well, so basically they're going to be informed that their call is coming up so they don't miss out and forget it basically. So now that we've done that, we have our event ready. We can go ahead and click here, which is the copy link page. We're going to paste it in here like this. And now this is what it will look like. So we've got test event, they can click on it, they can select a time, press next. It's going to ask for their name, their email, where they want to have it. Please share anything that will help prepare for the meeting, and then your monthly revenue, which we also set up there. And they can go ahead and schedule it, and it will send them to the thank you page or whatever. So over here at the bottom, we've got the integrations and apps. This is what I was talking about earlier. You can go over here and you can integrate a ton of different apps. The one that we'd want to do, or the one I showed you about, is Zoom. You just click on it here, and basically you just connect your account up. It's very easy to do. You can do stuff like Google Meet. You can do this with, Google Analytics, Salesforce. If you've got a CRM, you can put it into there. You've got email marketing. There's tons of different softwares that you can connect it all up with. And it's pretty useful, really. Now over here we have the scheduled events section. So this is events that have been scheduled. It will show you upcoming, pending, past events. You're also here going to have your contacts. This is people that you have been in contact with on Calendly. And then you have your workflows here. So our workflows are basically setting up automations such as email reminders, thank yous, surveys, that kind of stuff there. It just makes it a lot easier to do. We've also got routing here. So this is basically you can create sort of logic. So you can import a form and set up questions and set up logic for the booking page. Basically, you can send them to the right place. Maybe you've got an IT team, you've got a sales team. Based upon their questions, you can match them with the right person for the call, essentially. Over here we have our availability. So again, this is the same as before, but we can create different schedules. So we can have working hours, we can have mentorship hours, we can have interview hours. We can select different work schedules, and we can just slap that onto different events if we want to. We also have holidays here, and this is basically the different holidays that we do work or we don't work. So we can just turn those on, and it'll mean that we won't have these dates available on our Calendly. We have our admin center here, so we can add users here, invite teammates, we can have groups. We've got our billing, permission, security, and manage events. Now I'll show you the billing section really quickly. It's going to be, if we go monthly, it's going to be $12 a month for the standard plan. Teams is $20 a month, and enterprise is $15k a year. So probably going to be wanting the Teams one, and this is £20 per month per person as well. It shows you all of the different things you get on it. With the Teams one, you basically get all the different features that you need to have for Calendly. But that's basically how you go about using it. If you enjoyed the video and found it useful, be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below that it helped you out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.